Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we will continue just where we left off, just with me having done the copper setup. So we got this up and running, and as you heard in the last episode, I was extremely excited that this worked so well. So let's try and hook it up. What my plan was when I started building this was that I wanted all four of them in one of these, but as I can tell, and you can probably tell as well, we won't have enough outputs then if you want one in, one out for each of them, and then sand one place. So we can do 3 in here, and I think that is good enough. We could use this just to make a landfill, or we could send it out into the network, but I don't really know what the best is. And I'm probably just gonna send it out into the world and use it somewhere else. So let's do 3 of these setups in here. Let's just copy paste it for now. I want to take this part, put it into the middle over here. Can we do it somewhat in line? I think that would be cool. So right here, and then one more down here. Might just do it. How much far away was it? 1, 2 from this one. Let's do the same down here. 1, 2. I think it should be right there. And then we'll do another one in a cell next to this one. I think that is gonna be the solution. So while this builds, I will just set up a few output stations. I think that will be a wise decision. So what we need is outputs right here. This will be the output for the copper, since we have water in one of the inputs. So we'll do an output train here. We'll do one down here for the sand. Let's just set up our stations. Where's it at? There it is. Please do on all sides, because I know that will be needed. And then set up here. Then go back and do output trains. This will output sand. This will output whatever we do here. And then we'll do an output right here as well. Output. And then we'll do inputs on, where is it at? Train in. Right here. We'll do one that supplies in here as well. And then we pretty much have most of this filled up. If not all of it filled up, except this little empty cell here. We could probably do something with it, but for now it will just stay empty. So to request the items we need, let's just change the little setup here. We will here do what's called crushed tin. Let's just set that all the way up. Instead of that one, I'd like to do crushed tin all the way down, and that's the same. Let's just take this little blueprint, or not blueprint, but let's just copy it over here. Oh yeah, it won't allow me to do it unless I do. Okay, that's strange why I wouldn't change the top one. Oh well, I'll just do it myself, and then these over here will just be the tin. So now we have tin here, and we just need to get some tin flowing in. And oh, are we not crafting steel chests anywhere? Oh, we're just missing a ton because we just requested a buttload of items. So let's just give this some time to craft at our little mall while we hook this up. So first things first, a small balancer. Might actually not need one of these since we only have 2 inputs. So I should be able to do it like this. What if we just say here and here? Because then we can just take one down, go into this one, and one from right here. So that's to split it evenly between these. That will go down into these. And over there, And then we just need to hook up the water. We could hook up to the same pipe as here. And then we'll just do one massive flow. I think that should be fine. Because this is still limited for not inputting more water than needed. And this is not a self-sufficient, but close enough. So what if we just hook it up like this? I don't think that will cause any issues. But we'll see in just a minute. So water in. Look, it regulates at about 80, because that's where the pump stops. Perfect, perfect. And we can actually remove all of this that's just excess items. Unless we want to expand this down, then it might be needed later. But that is fine. Over here, we want to do the same kind of balancer. 2, so please just come up this way. To right here, and take one this way. And then you can connect up over here somewhere. Whoop, did not mean to do that. There we are, and then this one, you can just connect up this way. So that will be this input. We need to hook up the output over here. And let's see, this one goes on that side. So this one needs to get in a balance over here. Right here. Might be a bit overkill with that balancer, but that is fine. This will need the same. Let's just see this as a proof of concept that it works. So what if we just do... It's right down here. We do have enough room, so I can't see an issue about doing it down here. So one here, and then we'll balance all the sand just here for now, so we can see how that looks. Please continue over this way. And then the sand can go straight down into this one. Or the sand and gravel, but you get the point. There we are. So it has that flowing in, it has the sand flowing in. This should now work. We just kind of need to hook it up over here. Let's see. There we are. And then sand. Oh, we did it the completely wrong place. We'll just take it down a bit more before we hook this up. And I'm kind of dragging it through the entire cell, but that should be fine. Then over here, we'll just have a balancer. And here we want this one to continue down. To be honest, we kind of want to turn it the other way around. We'll take up less room and we can expand down this setup if needed. Don't think it will though, since we'll need another water one. Might be able to fit it in, but that'll make it quite compact. Or crowded even, if that is what I'm trying to say. There we are. That is that hooked up. We just need the sand then. Please continue over this way. You can continue down to here. And we'll change you into, let's say, iron. Crushed iron. There we are. And do the same on the other side. Iron washing. And there we go. And iron. So now we just kind of need to request in the items we need. We have an excess pole there. You are not needed. But let's see here. You can stay right there. This is power. So what if we just request 20,000 iron? That should go yellow. at some point. So I'll get the iron in. That will do all the refining of the iron. We just need to hook up the water. Think we can just drag it from up here. That fits very well. So that's the water input. We have hooked up one part of this. Oh, both parts, sorry. So that's that hooked up. And then we just need to hook up right here. The last part is just getting the stone and things over here. Whoops, did not mean to do that, but here we go. It's a lot faster to do this than crafting it by hand. And there we are. So let's hook up the sand for all of these, going into an output down here that goes into the network. So now we all need to request to this cell is just the crushed tin right here. Oh, not the crushed tin, just normal tin. Tin ore negative 20,000. And then that should get requested as well. All of this should run. The copper one is running very nice, filling up at a very good speed. Let's see where's it at, right there. 2.2k already. And all of this we can use to make a more efficient smelting setup. Because right now we're going about 20% or exactly 20% better than it was before. So that should help out on a lot of our production. Yeah, so that is fine. So the next thing, we kind of need to make room for what's it called? The one for gold. The last one of resource finds, because the rest is output of these. So we could just make gold over here. I think that is what we're gonna do. So let's just start by filling out all the water. Please get all of this away. Please, little robots. And I don't know if you read the Factorio Friday facts about the construction robots might be able to pick up more than one item at a time. So instead of just having one landfill, they could fly with 5 or 6, depending on your worker robot size. So that will be quite insane, and should make doing this a lot easier. So next thing we want down right here is just this part, and then we want to clear out all of the trees, because that is just what we do at every chance we get. So we pretty much just need this part, and then we're good. Of course, we need the water in, we need that out, but then we'll need 2 as well here. So this entire side is pretty much what we need to get gold going, which is quite a lot. But let's just do this. I think this will work if you do it like something like that. Of course, no station names. That is perfect. Let's just place it down over here and see how this works. Of course, I'll need to take care of what's it called? Where is it at? This one. Before it starts to request copper, please go off. Because I need you to request gold instead. Gold ore, negative 20,000. And we'll activate it in just a second. I just want to hook this up correctly before we do anything. But that is actually pretty much hooked up correctly already. Just doing that. And why are you kind of stuck? Oh yeah, it's because you belong to a different train stop. Yeah, this should be a lot better now. There we are. So let's see here. This will be that one out. You can pretty much go away. At least for now. We can always put you back down. And there we are. Now we just need to hook this up to gold. Please crush some gold for me. That would be very nice. You will do gold as well. Here comes the water in. And everything is just working since I set it up to be modular. And that is why I love this game. And do gold. And there we are. Balancing out at about 80. And then we can actually just hook all of this up. Saying activate. You'll now get the gold. The gold will refine. And if you look over here, this is running. The iron one is producing. Is that chrome? What is that? Is it somewhere I can see them? All the outputs. But yeah, it's the chrome output and titanium, I think. Yeah, refined titanium, refined chrome. We're getting that at a nice steady pace now as well. And if we look at this one, we're getting rubies. And then over here, we'll get platinum. Oh, look at that. We're getting all the things we need and lead. So soon we'll be able to set up a lot of the things we need. Here goes the next little one. Working without a hitch. That is what you call it, how you pronounce it. So this is actually extremely nice that we have all our refining ones set up. And we're producing all the items we need. So now we can actually set up more smelting in case we need it. But before we do that, I want to solve another issue we have. And that is in terms of oil. Our pumps most definitely can't keep up anymore. They are trying to keep up, but we are using quite a bit. So what I kind of want to do is just grab these few and hook them up to the network. And since they are right in the middle of the tracks, yet again, let's do this. We'll keep an area open in the middle. And just do tracks around. Right here, right here. Because then we can still do our train stations. But we'll just keep this entire area open for something. Just missing. We'll lose about 4 train stops by doing this. But I think that will be fine. Go away. I think that'll be just fine. So over here we can set up some more oil production. And over here let's just mark this with fine gold. And then we have all of this running. These will probably never fill up. That is what I'm guessing. And this is probably never gonna fill up either. But it's fine. That is fine. This is almost done as well. Let's just remove these empty ones. Then we soon have an entire area more. So, oh yeah, I came from doing, or was about to do the oil pumps. Can we do them from there? Oh, there's a ton of things we need to remove first. Get all of you away, please. There we go. And if any of you have been following Team Trees, where Mr. Beast and Jacksepticeye and all the big YouTubers, Veritasium and whatnot, are trying to get enough, or raise enough money to plant 20 million trees, here I am, pretty much just cutting them down as fast as I can, because they are the bane of my existence. So don't tell them that, guys. But yeah, what they're doing is extremely cool, and as a small YouTuber I kind of wish I could do something in the same line, but I don't really know how to. I don't really have the experience yet, so it might be something I do in the future when I figure out how to do it, or another kind of campaign, and hopefully at that time you will help me and support whatever it is we decide to do. And of course you can help me decide. I think that would be quite cool. So, but enough about that. Let's just hook up a little oil output one here. We should probably just have a fluid out. But let's just set this one up first. Where is our stations? And I want to do it over here. Is that the best place? It doesn't really matter, so let's just do it right here. Here I want to have fluid out. Very easy setup. This is gonna pump out all the oil we need with the help of these. And am I not producing any pumps in our mall? Doesn't seem that, seems like that is the case, so let's just go and fix that before we hook up the rest. So there we go, and let's see if we can go over there without getting killed. To be honest, we should probably just take a train. That is something I should learn to do, since that is more safe and it gets me to the correct spot. So where is some? Oh, right there's some more. Please go over here. Little train. Thank you very much. And look how many trains are going. Oh, it's nice. One up here as well. It's getting quite congested with all these trains. But that should be fine. Seems they're still crafting a lot more rails for us. That is what all this gravel is for. So let's see, we're missing pumps. Hopefully pumps are easy to craft. Let's just do it. We have a ton of room here in the middle row. Let's just do pumps right here. I don't know if there's anything else we are missing. So we should have everything we need for pumps at least. Oh, I forgot to request in the small frames. Is that correct? Small iron frame. That is most definitely correct. Please grab that. There we go. Then they should get crafted right away. And we'll be able to fill up all the pumps we need. What about refineries? Have you set that up yet? No. So let's do refineries right next to this one. That one we can't do because we're missing concrete. So we should probably start to make that somewhere. I think that will be a good endeavor. But the rest we have, and the rest we can wait with. And as you saw last episode, we're kind of cut off from making any more solar arrays, since solder was from lead. But we almost have the lead, and our steam batteries are keeping us going through the night. No issues at all. So as you do know, I am a big fan of steam batteries. They are such a good idea. And by the way, do comment if you knew about the steam battery, or if you have ever made one before, because it's actually something that is quite good as soon as you get your first solar panels. For example, even in a vanilla playthrough, you can just make a steam battery to store all the excess power you need through the night. Since accumulators, from what I remember, it's been a while since I did vanilla, it's a bit harder to make. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but that is how I remember it. And let's just get these up, and that's a good place for the steam batteries to get the value. I'm guessing we'll have to move these pipes at some point. They're just kind of put down willy-nilly. Oh, we need to hook you up. I can see that much. There we go. And let's do one. Of course, we just barely can't reach. But that can reach. I think that'll hook up all of our roboports. not all robots, all the power. Let's just hook this up to the network down here. And of course, just can't reach. So now we're producing a bit more oil. And it should be flowing into these and get outputted to the system as soon as it is needed. Oh, and before I forget, I did remember to fix this one. I had forgotten to hook up the outputs of the heavy oil to the light oil network. So these were not working before, they are now. So hopefully we won't have any more issues in terms of that. Oh. Oh. I'm kind of driving into everything. That is horrible. Thank you, little robots. So that was our oil setup. The rest of these should get made in just a minute. So what is the next thing we should work towards? I did say I wanted to do science again very soon, and we are actually quite close to having most of what we need. We have everything we need for this one. We just kind of need a bronze and what's it called? Bronze and tin setup. And we could actually just do a shared one right here, where we make the 2 items we need for that. So I think that would be a good thing to do for the rest of this episode, is just hook up the 2 things we need. We need bronze tubes and we need tin gear wheels. I think those are the only 2 things we need from those. And since we have both here, let's just do it in this little cell. So let's just take a train over there and set it up. Shouldn't take that long. No, it should be fine. I was just thinking how big a setup we need. But the science is not that fast, and just getting it going is good enough for me. So let's see here. Train. You'll get some. There we are. And wait, I don't think we have to go that far, do we? Oh, it's right over here. Might actually need... Okay, it might have been easier just to walk, to be honest. So go to here. And let's just set that up as the last thing this episode. So what I'm doing is a mixed output over here of what's called gears and whatever we need. If we look at tin first, this one is needed for the science and the rest are not important. How about the plates? They are used for the tin gear, so we have to do a setup, but it's a 1-to-1. And I think, oh, they're needed for batteries as well, so we need to output those. I think it'll be fine to just do a small setup here. Yeah, it should be fine. So let's just set up 3 production here, 3 types of production. Can we just steal 3 of these? We'll just set them up ourselves. I think that will be the best solution. So where is our... Oh, of course we don't have one on us. Let's just request a few. Please give me some assemblers at all time. That would be very, very nice. And for some reason we have 128 in storage. Oh well. So what if we do this? And here we want to make... We probably need one for each of them. Because tin plates are used for what's called the batteries as well. That is not used for anything yet. 2 is not used for anything. And batteries are used for... Oh, they're used for utility science. So we definitely need a ton of that. So yeah, that is a bit into the future. So let's just set up a production for each of them. So can we just do it like... What if we do tin plate into tin gear wheels? Where are the at? Do the same over here. And then we'll do one with the bronze tubes. We'll need the same kind of setup. I think, what is it, 4 we need then? Because then we'll do bronze plate into bronze tubes. And I have a feeling that this is gonna bite me in the behind if I don't do this, since I'm doing it this willy-nilly without that much production. So we can only fit in 2 of these, but this should give us the gear wheels, the tubes, but it definitely won't get us, what's it called, the plates. But since we have a bit of room, I think we can fix it like this. What if we make this 3 wide, and the same over here, 3 wide. So the output in the middle here will be the plates that we don't use for the gear wheels will go out into our system. I think that is a good solution. So let's do this. Let's hook up an output 1. Right here. We'll have to move this as far back as we can. Let's just cut you and turn you around like this and move you all the way down here. And I think this will be fine. Somewhere in the middle will be good. Let's just do it right here. I think this is somewhat in the middle. Let's turn the tracks the opposite way. Up this way, please. We'll then do a bit of inputs. We'll have in there. I think that will work. In, do. There. That should work. And if we just double this one, let's see, U2 right here. And then we can add a power pole and copy this one down. Let's see if we do it here. There we are. And let's copy paste this one down. I don't know how many we need. Let's just make a few. And then in a minute, I'll probably figure out that I did something wrong. Can we fit in one more? If we do this, do we have room for a balancer? That is always the question. And we most definitely don't. But we could turn it on its side and we should be able to have room. No, let's just remove the bottom ones. Oops. Do that. And then put in one of these for now. So I think this is a bit more important. At least for our somewhat early game setup. And then we can hook up the 4 inputs. So we don't need that one, we'll need this one. Or 3 inputs even. Here. And then we'll do double plates, and this one will be one by itself. You can go all the way over here. And then we'll do double plates here. Please come this way. And split you onto this one. Whoops. Wow, this is a nice spaghetti mess. So, right. To be honest, we can just do it right there. So this will be our 3 inputs. We'll just connect it up with some green wire, since that is what we're using to check what's in these chests. So let's see here, green wire. To here, to 1, 2, 3. And this one will be bronze tubes. Let's just set it to 15K. This one will be the tin plates. Set you to 15k as well. And the last one will be 10 gear. 10 gears to 15k. There we are. So that's to supply most of the items we need in our network. And now we just kind of need to hook these up and watch them go. So we have this one flowing. I think this might be an okay place to steal it from. Yeah, let's just steal it from right here. For now, what is the worst that can happen? Famous last words. Let's just turn this, because then we can go quite close. There we are. Let's just take you over this way. Let's take you up. We might need a second. What's it called? The second build supplying, but that should activate our plates and our, what's it called, gears. And then we just need some bronze. We should have that in spades down here. Let's just take it from one of them. Don't think we'll need two. Come up this way, please. Of course, I did it right in the middle. Up this way. You can go over here. And then we have to get you up right here. You can kind of go in the middle. I think that'll be quite cool. And continue. Splits. To there. And over here. So now I just need to see if this is supplying enough for this. It looks like it is. We are producing plates into the network. We're producing gears into the network. Maybe not at the best rate, but it should supply us with what we need to get a somewhat decent science setup up and running. That one is going the wrong way. And let's just watch this start, because this episode is running over quite a bit. But yeah, that's just what happens once in a while if you try to get too many things done. But let's just hope this works as well. Yes, and then we have the tubes. They'll fill up, and yeah, this will be now it's up. I can't stretch it any longer. So hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. And do watch my new series about the Factorio video community. That's wow. That's yeah. That's, I think that's right. Community videos. I think those are quite good. So hopefully you're enjoying them as well, because I am enjoying making them for you. But as always, I'm Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.